Oh, wow.
The thermostat just opened. That's all. It's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the thermostat. Oh, wow. All right, real quick before we shut her down, I'm going to check the... What I meant to say is we're not going to worry about the transmission fluid because it's not important. Oh my, wow. Are you serious? Oh. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back with my 1996 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. Or if you're old school hillbilly redneck like me, you could just say Brougham. It's my Brougham, man. We're back because I ran into a little problem with it last night. I've driven it 256 miles since I bought it for a very reasonable $4,500, sight unseen, and it has been great. It needs a set of tires. I bought a set of white walls for it, and then I got to thinking, I don't know if I really want to put brand new white walls on these factory original Cadillac rims. You guys tell me. They're a little pitted and they're definitely old. I was thinking, what if we got some bigger chrome rims, something a little more modern, but still maybe with a white wall? I think that would look really good. Anyway, aside from that, the problem that I'm having is my heater. These things are notorious for having clogged heater cores, and truthfully, the coolant that GM used, that old Dexcool stuff, kind of wreaked havoc on these old cooling systems, and it was even worse if you didn't maintain your system, or if you added the wrong type of coolant, it could cause a lot of problems. Also, back in these days, GM was adding an additive stop leak to your coolant routinely. Little pellets, some of you might remember them, and instead of keeping things from leaking, they clogged up your heater core. So this would probably be the only year of any of these GM big body on-frame cars that I would own. 96 was a great year for a lot of reasons. Number one, and the primary reason this would be the only year I would want to own, is because of this right here. You see that R134A? R134A became standard in the United States in 1996. That's not to say that you can't find some from before and some after, but that right there, that's enough to make me want a 96 only. Next, and it's a big one for 1996, is there's a little port down here. Where is it? Right there. You see it? Some of you know what that is. That is your OBD2 port. That's right, not OBD1 anymore, OBD2, a more modern, more effective way of communicating with the different control modules and sensors in this car. And ultimately, the only engine to buy in any of these cars is one that came with the Corvette LT1 engine factory. Of course, you got the big home plate right there, which honestly you can remove. That's not even necessary. And you've got your home base and all these elbows and all of this. There's a lot of crap going on under here. But this is not a super difficult car to work on unless you're changing the spark plugs or the OptiSpark. I've done an OptiSpark on 2 of these. It's not the most difficult job in the world, but it's not something I would ever really want to do. It's not something I would look forward to doing. I have 2 issues with the car. Number one, the heat comes on good and strong for about 15, 20 seconds, and then it's gone. It's cool after that. I've noticed that I can come out here while I'm having this issue. I can put my hand on this heater hose right here, and it will be ice cold. Meanwhile, the lower heater hose right here will be super hot. So I'm assuming we have radiator or water pump pushing coolant through the lower hose into the core, and this would be your return line coming back out, and this is, there's nothing coming out. I think you've got coolant getting in slowly, but it's not making its way out. Something, I believe, is clogged up in there. I'm not totally sure that we don't have a thermostat issue as well. I've also noticed that sometimes you can come out and you put your hand on the upper radiator hose here, and it's not super hot after you've taken a long highway drive. In the city, nice and hot, but a long highway drive, sometimes that's cool. So I'm going to focus on one thing at a time. We're going to back flush and forward flush the heater core. We're going to do that very easily, and I'm going to show you how. Right here is your water pump, and right here is one of your heater core hoses, and right here is the other one. Super easy to get to. So instead of going all the way back to the firewall and trying to fiddle with that and possibly break something, we're not going to mess with any of that. There's plastic couplers right here. There's a T, it's plastic. most people go from here. I'm not going to do that either. That's just asking for trouble on an old car like this. Instead, we're going to come straight to the source, the water pump right here. These are metal, hard metal fittings. Going to take these clamps off. We're going to remember where everything goes. And we're going to hook a garden hose to this forwards and backwards. And we're going to forward flush and backward flush the heater core until all that comes out is nice and clean. Once we're done with that, we're then going to flush through the water pump. We're going to drain the radiator. There's a petcock way over there on the driver's side at the bottom. It's one of those finger ones. We're going to drain the radiator while we're at it, and we are going to flush the cooling system of the engine as well. And then, once we're done with all that, we're going to put some super clean into the engine, or whatever, super flush, whatever this stuff is. We're going to throw this in the engine, and I'm going to leave it with water in this. I'm going to try to drive it several hundred miles before I come back and flush it again and do a final fill with coolant. You're supposed to use the orange Dex coolant. I haven't decided if that's the route I'm going to go with or if I'm just going to put old school green in it. You guys can comment below because there's a lot of debate about that, and tell me what your thoughts are. With that, let me get some tools and let's get started. All right, so I've got everything that I should need to do this. These are, you know, super expensive Pittsburgh hose clamp pliers. I've never used these before, but I believe these are way better than trying to use something like these. These slip off all the time. So I think these just kind of go, let me get you down here. They go over the clamp, right? I don't know, I've never done this before. And then they just, oh, look at that. Oh, that is super easy. Let's try it down here. Just get them around and then squeeze. Look at that. Hell yeah, man. Super easy. Like I said, first thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on the heater core. Why don't we start draining the radiator while we're at it? I'll see if I can get my hands down here and, oh hell, I can't reach that. I'm gonna have to lay on my back, guys. Give me a minute. Yeah, that's what's coming out of it right there. That's rust. That is rust. That is a severely neglected cooling system right there. Don't worry, I got a pan going under it right now. All right, we got everything drained. I'm gonna see if I can get you guys in here for a look. That probably doesn't come out very well, does it? No. Well, I don't know how well you can see in there because I can't see, but that's bad, guys. This is a heavily neglected cooling system. It's not good. Oh, well, I didn't expect that to happen. Goodness, great, lovely. I thought it was drained. But there's what's coming out of it. It almost looks like a mixture between green and orange. I think somebody put some of their own coolant up in there. I tried, man. But, yeah, now I've made a huge mess. Lovely. Yeah, that's just nasty. No wonder we don't have any heat. That explains a lot. Guys, I'm here to tell you, that sucker, that heater core was heavily plugged, just like I expected. I've been doing this for about 20 minutes, and look how nasty that water still is. Here's what I did. I bought this whole kit to do this, but this wasn't needed. You could use it, but I mean, why cut up your hoses and add more plastic, which can break to your system? It just doesn't make any sense to me. You can reverse the flow on these by simply taking the hose off and plugging it on the wrong one. This hose goes here, and this hose goes here. Both of these go to the heater core. Here's what happened. When I put the hose going one direction on the inlet side, which is down here, water came out this side, no problem. But as expected, when I tried to get water to go through the other direction, nothing came out the other side. So what I had to do is I had to turn this on, low pressure, and hold it on here to keep pressure on it. I had to cap off the other side. Then I switched the hoses. I put the bottom on the top and the top on the bottom. And then I left this hose disconnected. And as you can see, there's actually clear water running out of it now because we have freed the blockage. There was some nasty crap in that heater core, guys. Now that the blockage is free, we should, I say this with high hopes, look how nasty that is coming out. We should have a cleaned out heater core, guys. I'm hoping. I think it's going to work. I really do. We'll put a little infrared temperature thing on it later in the video, and we'll see if we got any heat. Because before, guys, it was ambient temperature. It would come out strong and then immediately fade, and you'd have like just regular cold air. It really sucked. That's why I started having to use the heated seats. I'm going to continue with this for a little bit. We'll come back, and hopefully we'll have everything buttoned up. We'll put some super flush stuff in it, and maybe she'll be good to go. Guys, this is taking far longer than I expected. That tells you how dirty of a system this was. You see all the water here. This gives you an idea of how long I've been doing this. As we've been here over an hour, and I'm still not getting completely clear water. I got dinner with my mom, and she's an hour and 20 minutes away from here. I got to pick her up from work tonight. I'm going to show you this. This is over an hour of this thing sitting here just doing this. And that I'm still getting that crap out of that. Again, that tells you just how bad the cooling system is. Now, the heater core, thankfully, is flowing both directions, and it is flowing clear. However, the engine, that's a whole nother deal. I'm going to do my best to just get this thing as clean as I can, and then I'm just going to have to throw that flush in it. We're going to have to button it all up, and I'm going to have to get on the road. I'm still going to try to throw a little bit of Freon in it today. We're going to hook a little R134 gauge to it, see if there's anything in it. If there's not, we can throw a few cans in it, see if it does any good. Maybe the AC will come back to life, maybe it won't. Truthfully, at this point, it doesn't matter because it's still winter. The main thing right now is getting this cooling system flushed, and then we'll have to come back in a different video, and we'll see what that flush looks like when it's time to drain it all out and put some fresh antifreeze in it. Again, I really want you guys' opinion on whether I should go back with that orange Dex Cool, or if we should just throw some universal coolants like some of that green or the long life yellow. Let me know below what you think. Finally, would you look at that? Clear water. And if we take that off and we stick that up there, hopefully we got clear water coming out down there. We do. Very nice. Very nice. Good deal. So it looks like there we go. We got clear water coming out. That is good news. So here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to shut off the water, and we can button these hoses back up, tighten up that petcock, and we'll start her up. Throw that motor flush or the coolant flush in there first. Once all this is done draining out, we'll button it all up, put the hoses back together. We'll dump some flush in it, fill it up with water. I'll drive it around for a few days, another hopefully 200-300 miles. And cross your fingers. I think we're going to have heat. I do. I think we're going to have heat. And then we're going to grab that AC stuff real quick, throw it on here, and see if we can get a little bit of air conditioning action going on as well. All right, I got everything buttoned back up. I'm going to start with that good stuff right there. Make sure that's all in the system there. I wish I had 2 containers. I'd almost want to put 2 of them in there. All right. And I was very careful not to get the OptiSpark wet. Guys, listen to me. You don't want to get your OptiSpark wet. It sits back here behind this water pump, really behind the crank pulley as well. You really need to avoid getting that thing wet, because over time the seals fail, you get water in it, it's over. Like that's a wrap. Let me throw some, actually, before I put water in it, let's check this AC real quick. I got some gauges over here hooked up to some of this half-used bottles of R134. Let's see if she's even got anything in her. Let's see. Oh, she does. She's just low. Good news. That's actually great news. She's low. Okay. We'll come back to that in a minute. For now, let me get this thing full of water. Look who we got.
Trouble.
Monkey Wrench Mike.
Trouble.
Hopefully, things start warming up. Oh, she's sucking it down. That's good. The water looks nice and clean. I got the heater full blast. But right now I'm going to turn the air conditioning on and see if we can get that compressor to kick in. Oh, I already feel heat. Already. We've already got heat coming out of this thing. Let's turn this down, and hopefully the air conditioning will kick on. There we go. That should be AC, and hopefully it's on max. I don't know how this all works, guys. This whole digital thing here, that's too new school for me. No, I'm kidding. That should, did it come on? No. No, not at all. It should have. Come on, old girl. No.
Maybe spin.
That's about as much as she's gonna take without that compressor kicking in. It's a 2-wire, so technically you can jump those 2 pins right there and it'll force the compressor to engage. But yeah, that's as much as she's gonna hold. That's not good. Not good at all. Auto. Yeah, you got economy. Maybe defrost? Yeah, I'm at a loss, guys. And I'm running out of time here. No, there's something going on, and I just don't have time to screw with the AC, unfortunately. It's all I got just to get the cooling system flushed on this, but you can see she's up there, man. And the compressor's not wanting to engage. Could be this switch here. Could just need to take it off, plug it back on. No? Dang it. I guarantee you short these wires together, that sucker comes alive. There it is. Oh man, I'm all wet. Gotcha. She got me. Cooling fan came on. There we go. Come on, old girl. You can do it. Well, she tried. Come on. I still got to burp the cooling. There it is. It comes on for 2 seconds and then turns off. I may be running out. This can may be about empty. I got another can. I got another can right here, a full can. Heck, I might have heat and air conditioning all in the same day, Mike. Wouldn't that be something? There we go. This will get her going, I promise you. Compressor's kicking in more and more. There you go. There it goes. Come on. Come on, old girl. You can do it. Here, it's going to take just a couple minutes, but in a couple minutes, that compressor's going to stay running. And all we got to do is hope that it all works. Mike, you got to talk loud because we only got one mic here.
Yes. How are you?
You can't hear very well, senior citizen Mike.
I'm old.
Tell him, does the heater work?
Yes, the heater works.
Amazing. Amazing. Strong heat. What about the air conditioning?
Cold. Oh, sure. Oh, wow.
The thermostat just opened. That's all. It's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, the thermostat. Oh, wow.
She's a pretty brown.
That's fine. No big deal. There we go.
Okay.
We'll pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thermostat had to have just, yeah. Thermostat, oh yeah, thermostat's open now. Okay. So that flush is going to do a lot to clean this thing out. As you can see, we just completely flush this thing and it's completely nasty again. I'm going to have to do this a few times, without a doubt. We're going to just double check, make sure she's burped here, because I got to get on the road. There she goes. Yeah, she's still got air in her. Yep. You got to get all that air out, guys. There we go. Yeah, she's spewing air. Those air pockets will cause it to lava like that. It's like a volcano explosion. And she's still got some pockets of air in there. She's getting there though, guys. We're almost to the point where we can button up and leave, which is good because I'm going to be late and I have to pick my mom up from work.
You have a date with your mom?
I do. I got a date with my mom. We can't be late for that, guys. All right, real quick before we shut her down, I'm going to check the... What I meant to say is we're not going to worry about the transmission fluid because it's not important. Oh my, wow. Are you serious?
Oh, wow. Oh, that's been on there.
It sat for 10 or 15 years. All right, let's see how she looks. Oh man, that is, wow, that seal. I think that needs replaced. Ugh. Looks good.
Yeah. It's not brown.
No, that's good looking fluid. I mean, somebody maintained it. It belonged to an old woman from Maryland that was born in 1936, I think, or 1932. Yeah. In fact, just in case, just on the off chance somebody might know her, let me pull this out real quick. I'll shut this off because I got to check my oil. It belonged to Harriet Sanford Prigg.
Harriet Prigg. What an old sounding name.
In Davidsonville, Maryland. And this paper that I have expired in 09. So, date of birth was 1936.
Oh my God.
An old woman.
Wow.
Old woman was rolling around in her Fleetwood Brougham.
Brougham.
Brougham. It's Brougham, Mike. Come on, don't be redneck on us. Brougham.
Woo.
All right.
You think Harriet changed her own transmission fluid?
I think she took it somewhere and had it done. That'd be my guess. It looks like it's still on its original OptiSpark, its original water pump, its original plug wires, probably still original plugs and everything go along with it. So that's all stuff that I would just do it. You know, pick a day, a nice day, and just go ahead and get it done. She's a tad low. She's still in the safe zone though. Probably in clean oil. So it wouldn't hurt if we I'll throw a quart in her just to make her happy. All right, we've got air conditioning, we've got heat, and now we've got the motor flush in the cooling system. And I'm gonna drive it a few hundred miles and we'll come back and cross your fingers that everything goes well. This car is a great car. Monkey Wrench Mike's trying to convince me to donk it.
Donk it?
Donk it.
Is that what it's called with
you know
big wheels?
Yeah, you don't know what donking
donk.
is? He wants me to donk it. He wants me to put some 26s on it.
Yeah.
Some blades, riding on blades. Yeah, I need some wiper blades. Those are some blades that's going to get in the very near future. I'm actually considering, I don't want some 26s, guys, but I look good with a little more low-profile tires and some bigger flashy rims, but I'd still like white walls. I really want white walls on this car. So comment below and tell me what you think about ditching the OEM big tire, little rim, and going to something a little bit bigger with a little more low-profile tire and hopefully still keeping that white wall look too. Because I'm considering holding on to. I just said in the other video, like yesterday, I said I'm going to sell this car.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
I had a couple people say, hey man, I'm kind of interested in it. No serious offers. So, you know, like, and the longer it sits here, the more I think about doing stupid stuff. You know, like throwing $2,500, $3,000 worth of wheels on a car I paid $4,500 for.
How cool would that look, though?
It would look sick, man. Ooh. It would look sick. Get the auto spa to clean the white roof, make that bright white again, make it great again, and then...
That would be an orange.
He's got jokes. He's got jokes. What do you expect? You know what I don't get? I don't get the people that, like, fight over politics, like really, family members that don't talk to each other anymore, best friends that I've never talked. Who cares? If you can't laugh at each other and laugh at yourself, what the hell are you doing in life, man? It's not that serious. It's not that serious, guys. Listen to me. Some of you watching right now, you probably hate Democrats, right? Those daggum liberals. And some of you probably hate Republicans. I doubt it. I doubt it. But I'm just saying, regardless, you should really make up with those people that you got into a fuss with and broke up families and relationships over. It's not worth it, man. Monkey Wrench Mike and I are on... We're not that far apart. We're
about that far apart.
We're about that far apart politically speaking. Anyway, guys, it's not a political video. I'm just having some fun, but also being serious, man. It's not worth relationships, guys. Anyway, comment below and tell me what you think about the old Fleetwood Brougham. I'm really thinking about doing something with the wheels. We have heat, we have air conditioning. Hopefully it holds and it doesn't have a leak. I'm gonna add some oil to it, and we're gonna come back in a separate video. We're gonna flush it again. And we're going to see how nasty it looks when we come back. If you enjoyed this content, hit the thumbs up button and go ahead and subscribe to the cameraman back there. Monkey, no, wait, no. His name is now Senior Citizen Mike. Go give him a subscribe. I'm going to get out of here. Till next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.